Tamar, what's some of the things you're looking forward to? But obviously the basketball side of things, but from the college side of things, getting to Bloomington, what are some of the things you're looking forward to outside of basketball, outside of the gym, of experiencing?
Well, you saying like just like in Indiana?
Yeah, whatever. Just anything
Anywhere.
outside of that gym.
I mean, I really just say like just being inside of like that college like athlete like we playing college basketball, but like really just being inside of that because I have so many friends and people that I know that are at that level now, and they just tell me about it. So I mean, I'm just looking forward to being inside of that, going to all the different arenas, traveling to all the places where we gonna play at. That's really it. Just like actually being a college basketball athlete.
The Big Ten schedule came out today. The Big Ten games. Speaking of venues, Assembly Hall, the most historic venue, of course, in the Big Ten, but some great places to play. Michigan State, whether it's Michigan, Ohio State, just some great places and tough places to play. Northwestern can be tough when it needed to be at times. I mean, that Welsh Ryan Arena it's an old rickety one, but man. Sometimes it don't matter. They can make a place be what it needs to be at the time. But there's no place that will rock like Assembly Hall when Indiana is rolling. And that's a thing I think that a lot of fans are looking forward to getting back to. And how important is it to both of you, because Miller, I'll start with you, of being a part of getting that back? Because that is a ton of tradition that has been sitting there for quite a while, but it's been kind of missing for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think of it as it's just kind of like ready to erupt. A place that I'm still learning the history and learning the tradition and culture. I was talking with AJ Guyton a while ago, and he was just telling me one of the things. I mean, I have them written down right here. A couple of the things, some of his advice, and one of them was learn the history and learn. About the teams under Bob Knight, the national championship teams, the teams that struggled, everything that I can, just so going into Indiana, I have a better sense of what Indiana basketball is all about. Yeah.
And that's there is a ton of history, and I know that Tamar, that's tougher for someone like you because you're coming in from the total outside. Miller's in the Big Ten, so he's got some familiarity. But what knowledge of Indiana, the Big Ten, did you have before they started recruiting you? How much more have you added to that since you've committed to Indiana?
Years ago, I would watch. I watched Yogi Ferrell throughout his whole career. Vic Oladipo got what's his name? Boston.
Oh, Romeo Langford.
Langford. I know about all those guys, and I saw how Assembly Hall can get, and then prior to that, just how Indiana basketball was literally king, in the 80s. So I'm over deeper into it. I'm starting to realize how much it means to put that jersey on, and in terms of what we look to accomplish this year, I just see it as another challenge that needs to be checked off.
Charlie, you were someone that came from not from Indiana, you came from Florida, but you instantly recognized all of that and still embrace it. You embrace it to this day. You rock it like you own it, and it's a part of you. And I think that's awesome to have that, and I think that's something that Miller knows what's coming because he's got a piece of that someplace else. He's going to be lucky to have it at two places, but Tamar's going to get that here, and that's a fraternity that it's an exclusive fraternity, and it's a very, very good one to be in, but it's a great experience he's going to get to experience soon.
Yeah, and you don't know that. You don't realize that coming in. You're trying to grab, AJ Guyton Miller was my roommate my senior year. And, good thing he talked about the history, right? But there's so many things you're trying to get a hold of. But the most important thing is your minutes, your contribution and services, right? Because that's why you're going to school there, to do whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But to start to understand the past helps you stay present. And I think that's what I learned more than anything, guys. I came from Miami, Florida. I came, and this is back in the 90s where really, basketball really wasn't a thing in Florida. IMG was known for tennis. It wasn't even known for basketball. Hadn't even existed in IMG. And so I learned that. And my first game against one of the rivals that you guys gonna figure out, Purdue. Miller, I know you know about that, but Purdue, and that was like, that's when I realized I got hit in the jaw. I got hit in you know what, and they said I hate you, MFer, and that's when I said, okay, it's real. Nah, okay, it's on. It's on, right? And I'm just being real with you, right? So now you got them games, you can't sleep at night, and you don't even care because the drill is going. You look forward to playing those early morning games, those late games, because it's that jersey. You put them stripes on, it's gonna do something too.